Hello, Gemini. This is Lisa with Heart of Inspiration, and I'm here for your Mercury Retrograde reading. At the time of this recording, happy Mercury Retrograde. Uh, yeah, and listen, it's not going to be as bad as we think. Let's just use this time, right, for good things. So, again, this is the Gemini Mercury Retrograde reading for Sun, Moon, and Rising. Gemini Mercury Retrograde reading for Sun, Moon, and Rising. And let's get to the tarot. So, there's a couple of decks we're going to be using today. First of all, the messages from the guides from James Van Praagh. Messages from the guides from James Van Praagh. We're using that as our oracle to start off with. And then we're going to pull some tarot. Yes? The Archangel Power tarot cards from Radley Valentine. Radley Valentine. These are some awesome cards. And then we, last but certainly not least, we are using the Celestial Tarot. So let's get some messages from our guides for Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising. Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising. Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do we have for Mercury Retrograde for Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising? What do we have first? Oh, this is coming up a lot for a lot of us. Thoughts create your reality. Thoughts create your reality. Here we go. There we go. All right. Thoughts create your reality. You center her. I get a little OCD. You know, this Mercury retrograde with the other transits that are going on, Mars squaring the big boys in retrograde, by the way, and Capricorn, Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter, you know, we're really seeing a lot about our true selves. We're seeing a lot about other people's true selves. We're seeing a lot of truth coming out everywhere. And because Mercury is in retrograde starts out in Scorpio, those skeletons might decide to kind of come out of the closet a little bit. But this is also a great time for us to do our shadow work, Gemini, okay? This is also a fabulous time with Uranus in retrograde in Taurus, and Neptune still in retrograde in Pisces, for us to really look at what are our plans, right? Look at what we've put forward, the foundations we've put forward, but not only the foundations we've created, because now those foundations are moving forward. Saturn, Pluto that we've transformed, and then Jupiter for the expansion. But now we can look at those and take a fresh put a new eye to it, okay? We might need to tweak some of how we're thinking about things. So just remember, we need to do that, Gemini, during this time period. We thought one way. I'm not saying it was incorrect. Let's just tweak it a little bit. We also have express your feelings. Express your feelings. We're going to get into that. What does that really mean, express your feelings? And how are feelings a little bit different than emotions? They're kind of the same. They're the same, but let's really utilize our feelings properly. And one more card, please, for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And this card's coming out a lot. Also, love is your energy. So let's put love is your energy up here as well. Make sure we don't have a glare. There we are. All right, listen. Thoughts create your reality. Gemini, your thoughts, as you've been thinking about your purpose, as you've been thinking about your next steps, as you've been thinking about who you are as an individual, as you've been thinking about, how you relate to the collective, what is your purpose in the collective, as you've been reviewing your relationships, both romantic, platonic, and then even within your career, or the external ones, right, that have to do with money, with home, things of that nature, all of that external stuff. You've been looking at your world and realizing that your thoughts have created this world. Your thoughts are recreating your new world. So in that, right, we need to recognize that If we change our thoughts about our reality changes. As a man thinketh, so is he. That is a Bible reference for those of you that do not know. So we see that even in all the holy texts. Your thought life, your mind creates your perceptions create your feelings create your reality. So if once we tweak our mind, once we tweak our third dimensional thought patterns, we can then begin to tweak, if you will, our physical realm. Now, how do you tweak your thought patterns? Well, let's grab this energy that's all around us. Let's grab the wonderful planetary energies that are beaming in towards Earth, that are beaming in and going around all the entire universe. Let's tweak those to the positive changes that we wish to have. As we tweak our auric energy, as we bring in and really own all of these beautiful transformative expansion and foundational changes that are so personal towards us, we then raise, if we're doing this correctly, we raise the vibration of our auric field. We right now have Venus at the time of this recording transiting Virgo. This is a wonderful maternal, beautiful self-care energy. We have the Sun at the time of this recording, at the beginning of the Mercury retrograde, in this wonderful Libra energy, which is trining your Sun, your Moon, or your rising sign. And that's encouraging you to bring into your world balance. It's encouraging you to bring into your world structure. It's encouraging you to put in enough effort that you get out the desired outcome. With Uranus in retrograde in Taurus, it's making you rethink your routine, your daily routine. How do I approach life on a day-to-day basis? And in reviewing how I approach life on a day-to-day basis, I'm also reapproaching how I create my world. How do I earn my money? What do my relationships look like? Is this really not only good for me, but then as a result of being good for me, is it good for the collective? It is what the collective is putting out right now, various collectives around, right? Is the global energy good for me? Or do I need to maybe push that away and take the esoteric or the higher dimensional energy in a greater way? Because the more I can bring this in a greater way, that comes right down past my third dimensional mind. You have to understand your third eye, yes, is your esoteric or spiritual version of your third dimensional mind. What you see, what you take in, how you process. It's visionary. Your third dimensional, your third eye is visionary. It can see forward. It can also see backward. It's visionary. Now, as your third eye perception changes, you should then be changing your third dimensional perception. All perceptions from higher dimensions and here on Earth should be changing at the same time. That should be reprogramming your third dimensional mind. So allow your third eye to reprogram and restructure what you think, because what you think is what you are here in this realm. What you think, once you get that so deeply within you, I am a person, I am an individual of purpose, I am a being of light, I came here, I incarnated here for a specific reason. How I've been doing things before is not, in some areas, is not working and won't catapult me and propel me into my proper future. As you continue to change that and decide which adventure it is that you wish to create, and that then becomes your total thought life. That you don't see or hear or believe anything else. You no longer believe all of the things that were spoken over you negatively from the past. You are now solely focused on creating your purpose and creating a purpose-driven, a purpose-filled life right here on Earth. As you're doing that, Beloved, what happens is your mind says, oh, this is the life we're supposed to be living. Let me go on and assist in creating it. And then that begins to drop into your heart. But before it drops into your heart, we must express your feelings. It comes past that wonderful throat chakra. You all love to use that throat chakra, don't you? Yes, this is why I absolutely love Geminis. You guys will tell us exactly how you're feeling at any given moment in time. You just comes right out of your mouth, that air. So use your air. Now, a lot of you are not necessarily tapped into the heart as much. So using your air and taking your air and expelling what's in your heart is very important. So as your third dimensional thought, right, comes past, and you are allowing it to drop down here, as your third eye vision comes past your throat chakra and drops into your heart chakra, Gemini, I need you to express it out of your mouth. Now, I said before, feelings and emotions, they're different, yet they're the same. Your feeling, right, is that third dimensional, very temporal energy. Your feeling about a thing can change. You can view someone today and feel that they are really awesome. And then they do something to let you know that perhaps they're not. And then you feel differently about them. You can look at a situation globally or politically or whatever and feel a certain way about it right now. But then 2 weeks from now, 2 months from now, 2 days from now, 2 moments from now, 2 minutes from now, you can then look at it a little bit later and say, yeah, no, not so much. Okay? But your emotions tend to be not quite as temporal. And yes, your emotions can change, but they are energy you're setting in motion. They're very connected, yet just a slightly bit different. So as you realize and recognize and change your thoughts surrounding your reality, and it drops past your throat chakra and drops into that heart that you, some people say Geminis are quite heartless. I don't think so. But as it drops into your heart and you begin to emit this energy and put the energy in motion, I need you to express from your throat chakra. I need you to express your now third dimensional feelings surrounding the reality you are creating. Okay? And finally, love is your energy. Love is the energy that created everything we see, touch, smell, hear. Love created you. You are love. Love created light, wisdom, knowledge. Yes, illumination on everything. So, love is your energy, and understand that that is what resides and permeates and makes your heart beat. It is you. You are it. Love is the energy. So love yourself first and foremost. Fall in love with yourself. Fall in love with spirit, yes? Fall in love with that relationship, that individual relationship you have. Fall in love with all that surrounds you that's beautiful. Fall in love with your future, because your future is bright. And it is already in existence. You're just needing to bring it across that fourth dimensional plane and into the third dimensional realm. And you do that by maintaining a high level, high frequency, positive thought life. Now we're going to pull some tarot. Let's move these out of the way. We can do that. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, we're going to put these right here. So we're going to pull the Archangel. It's 5 cards, please, for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Mercury Retrograde in the Archangel Power deck. So we have the 10 of Ariel, which is the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Ariel, which is the 10 of Pentacles. There is so very much to be grateful for. Financial success and the promise of retirement. Rich and rewarding family life. Now, what did I just say? You got to recreate your reality with your thoughts, right? So you have a very positive energy coming towards you of abundance. So at the end of this Mercury retrograde time for you, look to be catapulting yourself and propelling yourself into purpose, propelling yourself into abundance, propelling yourself into peace. Remember, peace means nothing missing, nothing broken. That is when your soul is at peace. So Allow your thoughts during Mercury retrograde. Review all this, right? How you're looking at things. This is your planet. Your planet is saying, hey, let's go. Let's look into the deep things in that scorpionic energy. Look into the deep. What have been your true reasons for doing what you've been doing? Or is it false? Is why you've been doing what you're doing and how you're feeling and who you're contracting with and who you're getting a relationship with, is that been based on a lot of false information that maybe was put in you as a child, as a teenager, as an adult? What you're taking in, review that, okay? And then we have the Queen of Gabriel, which is the Queen of Wands, passionate, charming, brilliant, and independent. You can do anything right now, Gemini. Go after what you want. The ability to attract helpful people. You're going to bring helpful people into your world. And if this isn't you with the North Node sitting right in your sign, I don't know what is. You already believe you could do anything. And now you got the North Node in there to let you know you darn for sure can. All right, let's go. Let's get three more cards, please. Five of Raphael, which is the Five of Cups. Everything happens for a reason, Gemini. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. There is nothing that has happened, that hasn't happened for a reason. You might not understand the reason. It might not seem clear, but you made choices based on information that you had at that time. If you had better information, third dimensionally, you would have made different choices. You have to release the regret. Time always gets redeemed. Nothing happens without there being a lesson from it that you can take from it, something good. And then release the toxic and integrate the energy that you need to move forward. In other words, if you've been in bad relationships, right, a lot, we're focusing on the relationships. You've been in bad relationships, bad friendships, bad romantic relationships, what have you. And you've been continuing to make that choice. Well, it's time to break that cycle. And don't beat yourself up because you've been in so many bad relationships and you're like, oh my God, I wasted so much time. No, let it go. Let it go. Now what you know is when I see this or I feel or I sense this type of energy from an individual, you take the lesson of, this is not one I need to be with. I need to be around. I don't need to have this energy around me. And it's okay. You just kind of repel it rather than accepting it in. That's why it's so important to do your shadow work. Right? So important to do your shadow work so you can heal from it and not re-attract it in. Then we have the Empress. One of my favorites. Archangel Gabriel. Now that's interesting. The Empress is represented by Archangel Gabriel. If you know the story, right, of Mary and her conception, right, in the Bible, it was Archangel Gabriel that came to her and told her that she was pregnant, right, with Jesus, child of God, with the Christ consciousness. She was impregnated by the Spirit. It was Archangel Gabriel that sent the message to her to tell her what she was about to birth. So you are going to hear what you are about to birth into this realm. Time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded. Luxurious or abundant resources. Listen to what you're hearing about your purpose, your plan, where you're going. You already know it. You are pregnant with promise. So allow that pregnancy to become viable and come into the third dimension. And let's get one more card. The World. Archangel Michael. A very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. All that negative stuff, right? Those chapters are closing. And now we're moving into great spiritual insight. Okay? All right. Let's pull some of the celestial chair and just get a little clarification. I don't know that I need to. From the 10 of Ariel, we also have the 10 of Cups. You can't be having a better Mercury retrograde, honey, at the end of this. If you do your work, 10 of Cups, wish fulfillment all around you. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Ariel, full abundance, okay? Moving into that energy. Let's move on to the Queen of Gabriel. We also have the 4 of Pentacles. So with this Queen of Gabriel being passionate, charming, and brilliant, and you can do anything right now, but this 4 of Pentacles is telling me don't tell everybody. Keep it yourself. Sometimes when I've said this before, but when a woman gets pregnant first, there's this old wives' tale, right? It's the old way where we don't tell people for at least 3 months. We wait long enough for the pregnancy to become fully viable before we let the world know we're pregnant. Let your seed become fully viable before you let everybody know what you're doing. Okay? Because you're going to have various thoughts, various insights all throughout this Mercury retrograde. So what you think it is right now might change a little bit, and you might need to really hone in, and you might need to really be very deliberate and focused in on what your affirmations that you're expressing are. So that might change from today to next week by the time this is over. So, Four of Pentacles, don't share it with everybody. Don't be closed off, but don't share it with everybody. Also, I'm hearing some of you don't go out here and spending a whole bunch of money. Now, I know you might want to be like, oh, I'm going to get on YouTube. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. That's great. I want you to make those plans, but please don't go drop $3,000 on a camera. Okay? All right. Six of Wands, but you're going to find victory at the end of all of this. Everything that you're doing, you're going to find victory in. Five of Raphael. Let's get a card for that. Everything happens for a reason. Ten of Swords. However, what's ending right now is the cycle of how you're looking at it and the cycle of how you're thinking about it. Okay? Let this cycle end and turn these negative thoughts and this beating up of oneself into the positive. Yep, Temperance. Have patience with yourself. Understand that this is time for you to be the alchemist. Take all of that has happened to you in the past and be the alchemist and turn it into gold. All right? Turn it into something very positive. And then also we have the Hermit. This is also a lot of self-care and self-reflection. All right? So with the Empress, what do we have for the Empress, please? 10 of Wands. You're shedding other people's burdens. You can't carry other people's burdens and carry your purpose into full term. It's too much stress on you. The Fool, this is a brand new adventure you're going on. Yes, it's all brand new for you, new life. Nine of Swords, it's going to cause you a little bit of anxiety. And you've been feeling some anxiety recently as well. Is this going to work? Can it work? Can it, And there's that little bit of nervousness, right? When we are pregnant with promise. Not sure if it's going to happen. Yes, it's going to happen, but you got to keep your throat chakra in line, your heart chakra in line, your third eye, and then allow that mind and your heart to just emit, to send it out, all right? Because at the end of this, we're going to have a time of celebration. Positive vibes, guys, positive energy. And with the World, we have the Five of Pentacles. You're coming, but I'm going to read that as reverse energy. You're coming in from being out in the cold. All right, you're realizing you're not alone. Oh, here's the World again. Okay, can't get any further than that. The chapter is closing. This is a double confirmation. The chapter is closing, so let it close and go on through the door. Well, Gemini, that is what, Sun, Moon, and Rising, that is what I have for you for your Mercury retrograde season. I'm so thrilled that this is a fantastic reading. I want you to take it to heart, rewind it, rewatch it if you need to, okay? But just allow it to drop down into your soul and allow what Spirit has spoken to you to transform your thought life. Now, I'm recording this on October 13th, so I'm not sure when you're going to see it, beloved. However, I want to remind you, okay, that there's still just a little bit of time to register for the Be the Light virtual retreat. That this is like light worker boot camp over 2.5 days. We're going to do some quantum manifestation meditations. We're going to do the astral travel together. I'm going to show you and teach you literally how I manifest, how I meditate with purpose. That's just on Friday night. And then we're going to get to Reiki attunements. Pardon me. We're also going to talk about crystals, crystal grids, crystal prescriptions, how to create your own crystal grid, all that kind of great stuff. We're going to talk about spiritual warfare. We're going to activate and elevate your psychic and intuitive gifts, your spiritual gifts. There's so much more. I can't even remember everything we're talking about. I'm probably going to throw a little astrology in there too as a bonus. So there's going to be a quick video right here to just explain it just a little bit more. Links down in the description box below. If you want to take part in this, you've got to register today. Okay? Register today. And we'll get you set and ready to go. Also, I'm going to teach you how to get your spiritual business off the ground as well. All right, guys, we'll talk soon. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you so much. Namaste.